Alright, hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. Yes, long time no see, I'm aware. Sorry about that. Long story, but here we are. I don't know if you can see, but like, where is he? Right there. Look at my starfish. He's just chilling up there. You see him? Yeah, you can't see him because he's right on the corner. Anyway, I was going to do an update video, but then I'm like, probably not, probably shouldn't. If you guys do want an update video, I can update you on all of my tanks, although nothing really has changed in the time I've been absent. So like I didn't have that much to update, that's why I chose to make a different video instead. Regardless, today we are going to be doing a top 5, 6 something video of the top items you need to buy before you get a betta fish. Now betta fish are by no means difficult fish. They're super easy to care for. However, there are some basic things you need. So this is not included in the video, but I thought I should just throw this in here. You get your betta fish, you have your 5-gallon tank, your filter, your heater, your sand, and you're kind of wondering, okay, I got my fish, here we go, what else do I need? That is what this video is for. So this video is for the person who knows they want a betta fish, already knows they need a 5-gallon tank, knows they need a heater, filter, all that stuff, water stuff, whatever. This is just a few little extra things that will make your life 1,000 times easier owning a betta fish, and that I literally would not have a betta fish without. So the first thing, you already have your tank, you know what you need to set up a tank, but have you thought about maintaining that tank? Well, the first thing that I think you cannot keep a betta tank without is a mini siphon. This one right here is by Python. I will leave links to all these items I go over right down in the description. Now betta fish have super long flowy fins, so generally you have to keep low flow filters with them, and low flow filters don't always do the best job of churning the water and keeping the substrate super clean. So a gravel vacuum or a mini siphon like this one is awesome. You just start a little siphon, it's a super tiny hose, so it drains super slowly, because generally betta fish are in small tanks. You don't want to drain the whole tank in 10 seconds. Gives you a nice little vacuum end. You can vacuum out the sand. Super easy maintenance. I would not have a tank without one. Next, let's move into some tank mates. So circling back also to cleaning the tank and tank mates actually is nerite snails. These are super small freshwater snails. This is a pack of 3 right here from Amazon. They come in a whole bunch of different patterns and they're generally pretty cheap. These are great tank mates for betta fish. They thrive in the tropical temperatures that betta fish thrive in, and they do a great job of eating algae off glass or decorations, stuff that your betta fish will ignore, but they provide a nice little extra life source into the tank, and then once again that awesome benefit of cleaning the tank. These are amazing algae eaters. Now moving into some decorations or stuff you can actually put in the tank, we have these marimo moss balls. Now, as I mentioned, betta fish have super flowy fins, and those fins have a tendency to get caught, get snagged, get ripped on plastic plants. These marimo moss balls are alive, they're live plants, and they are super soft to the touch, meaning they're not dangerous to your betta fish at all. They also can totally help clear up your water with a strong enough light in your aquarium, which these guys have super low light requirements, so you shouldn't worry about that at all. As long as your tank has a basic light over it, you should be good with these nice little moss balls. But they do help remove nitrates from the water, which is super beneficial. They keep the tank clean, they look pretty, they're pretty cheap. As you can see, this is a nice little 5 or 6 pack on Amazon for pretty cheap, and they just kind of brighten up the tank and add something cool to look at. Whether you like the look of them or not, you don't have to add these. I just think they are awesome because they help maintain water quality. You could also get some other plants like Anubias or Java fern, stuff like that you can find at a local fish store. I just love how easy and simple these moss balls are. You just throw them in the tank and let them do their thing. Sticking with the theme of decor, next up is this 5-pack of driftwood, or 5 little pieces I should say. Super cheap on Amazon, just like the rest of these items, and they're 5 mini pieces of driftwood that you can use to scape your betta tank. They're small pieces of driftwood, so they're perfect for smaller aquariums. You can break them if you want them even smaller. Nice little variety pack. You never really know what you're gonna get, but this driftwood is super aquarium safe. I haven't used this specific brand before, but the big piece of driftwood that's in my 36-gallon freshwater tank is from Amazon, and I have had nothing but success from it. No tannins leaked into the water, so that's awesome. Highly recommend driftwood from Amazon. And not only does this driftwood provide tons of hiding spots for your betta fish to feel comforted and feel safe, it once again just kind of adds that natural layer to the aquarium. If you decide you do want to go with a plant look or the planted aquarium vibe, driftwood meshes into that perfectly. We also have food. So obviously when you get your betta fish, you're gonna need to feed it. Now most people just feed their betta fish betta pellets and call it a day. However, fish love a variety in their diet, whether it be frozen brine shrimp, frozen bloodworms, or the next item on this list, which is freeze-dried bloodworms from Tetra. Now these are freeze-dried bloodworms, so you don't have to deal with frozen food. They're just in a little fish food container like normal, which is great. You just throw a few in as a substitute for betta pellets, you know, twice a week or something. They're super high in protein, they help bring out your fish's natural colors, and they're a nice little tasty treat for your betta fish. Last but not least on the menu, one of my favorite aquarium necessities is aquarium salt. Now you have to be wary about this when you are using it in a planted aquarium, because certain levels of salt are bad for certain types of plants. But if you don't have a planted aquarium, or you're only going with a couple mossballs here and there, and your betta fish happens to get sick, whether it be torn fins, ick, something like that, aquarium salt is a great multi-purpose treatment for a ton of different fish diseases, whether it be mild fungus or just a mild bacteria infection. Correct doses of salt work wonders. If you did have plants such as mossballs, what you could do while you were using aquarium salt is actually remove those mossballs, keep them in a little jar of fresh water, go ahead and run that aquarium salt treatment through your tank, and then go ahead and do a large water change, put the mossballs back in. Now on the back of the bottle of aquarium salt, it does have a recommended dosage. That's kind of a maintenance dosage per se. If you're trying to kick a disease that's super potent or super strong, or that's just like taking over your fish, you will need to use a higher dosage of aquarium salt. I've used up to 1 teaspoon per gallon before. Now every fish is different. Your fish might tolerate salt not as good as other fish, but aquarium salt is generally safe when used in safe doses for betta fish at that 1 tablespoon per 5 gallon-ish ratio. However, ideally you would have this aquarium salt on standby but never need to use it, because it's only really needed when your fish is ill or sick or just not thriving. And just like that, that is gonna be a wrap for this video. We're just talking about betta fish stuff today. But like I mentioned, if you want to see, you know, the saltwater tank again, the freshwater tank, the turtle, go ahead and let me know down in the comments below. I hope to stay consistent with weekly uploads. Might miss a week here and there. School is just not it, honestly. The workload is just crazy. But that is it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Once again, leave any video ideas down below, and thank you so much. Goodbye.